Hi friends, welcome to cricksurf.com, and today we have a very exciting, very memorable match that you must have seen in a very long time. We are talking about the second ODI that has happened between Australia and England, and that was just a mesmerizing match, and that is the match you will remember for a very long time. So the Australia and England have started playing the ODI series. The first match, Australia batted first and they gave the England a score of 295. The chase was not Bairstow and Billings fight it for England, and Billings in particular got the first 100 of his career, but in the end England was like 20 runs short of the Australia's total. But the second ODI that has happened, that was a class apart. So England started batting first, and their batting was not that great, and they didn't made so many runs. They just managed to score 231 runs. So Roy was looking good, but he was run out by Stoinis, who is a very fantastic athlete. He is in the good form. He is getting those runs, and he is always a live wire on the field. Bairstow, who made some 80 plus in the first innings, he was dismissed for not. And after that, Root, who has been in the patchy form lately, recently, and he was looking to occupy the crease for some time so that he can contribute for his team. He did manage to get some runs, but those runs came at very slow pace and very less strike rate. He managed to score 39 runs of just 73 balls. At the moment, at the time, he was looking that he was going for to match up for those extra balls that he has played. He was looking to play some strokes. At that time, he was unfortunately was caught two slips by Adam Zampa, who is bowling very superbly. He is giving the ball the flight. He is giving all those variations, the googly, the leg spin, and he is just creating those chances by bowling beautiful flight deliveries. So he is getting those wickets in the crucial interval of times. He got three important wickets yesterday also. So after the Roy and Root and the Bairstow was in the dugout, Morgan started to build for the England, but he also just managed to 42 runs, and it was at one moment England was just in very disarray, and they were not looking that they were going to reach anywhere. With they lost like 8 wickets of just 41-45 runs. It was looking like Australia will wrap them up in like 170 or 160, but from there on the Tom Curran played very good innings along with Chris Wokes, who was responsible, who gave the England the test victory against Pakistan, along with Josh Butler. So Chris Wokes is a very handy batsman for England, and he bowls at a decent pace. He gets the swing, and he also scores those crucial runs down the order, and he was supported by Tom Curran. So if you look at the this particular 11 of England, if you see everyone can bat from 1 to 11. So you after the Billings you have Vokes who can bat, Sam Curran has can bat, Tom Curran is an all-rounder, Adil Rashid also is not a very like he can't bat, he also can make some runs, and he actually did very well, very he made 35 runs of just 26 balls, and the Jofra Archer also hit the boundary of the last ball to give England some flourish at the end of the innings, because at one time they were looking like they will just be out for 160 runs, 170 runs, but in the end those flourish from Chris Wokes, Tom Curran and Adil Rashid, those 20-30 runs gave England some chance. 230 runs at the beginning of the match Australia would have taken any time. If first England would make 232 runs, will you accept it? Yeah. As an Australian I will say yeah, it's a very gettable score, and who will not want to get to the total. But at one point England was looking that they will not able to score even to 170 180, but finally they managed to 231 runs, and the momentum was with England. So Australia started batted chasing the score, and David Warner was once again dismissed cheaply. So David Warner, if you remember the Ashes series, Stuart Broad make a mockery of him, dismissed him for a countless number of times, and in this tour, Jofra Archer is getting the better of David Warner. He was, I think, already dismissed him twice in this ODI series, and in the T20 also he managed to pick him sometimes. But Aaron Finch has been in the good form. He made 73 runs, and he had a partnership going with Labuschagne, and he made 48 runs, Marnus Labuschagne, and with when these two were batting on the field, it was looking that Australia will chase it very easily, because they were at 144 runs at the loss of 31 overs. So, and three and just 2 wickets, and it was looking like the partnership was going great, and so many batsmen was there to come out to bat. Mitchell Mars was there, Carey was there, Maxwell was there, Cummins and Stark also can chip in with runs. So it was looking like that it will be a very easy chase for Australia from here on, but it was not the case, as England's bounced back in just quick successions. So first one was to dismiss the Labuschagne and the Finch, then the Marsh and the Glenn Maxwell, all just in like quick succession. 144, 145, 145, 147. So 4 wickets were just fallen in just 3 runs, and Australia were now at 147 for 6. And from nowhere, England have created a chance, and they were really back into this game, because 144 for 2 were the Australia on. Now they were 147 for 6. 4 quick wickets, and just the backbone, all the 4 wickets were the big ones that gave the England a chance, that they have a real chance from here on. But after that also, the Pat Cummins, Stark, and these two were capable, along with the Alex Carey was also there. They were capable to at least get to somewhere around these 230 runs. But England keep on picking wickets, and then they got out Pat Cummins, Stark, and Zampa, and finally Alex Carey tried to give a fight. In the end, he made 36 runs, but in the end the score was like 25 runs needed of 9 balls, and he has to go for the big strike. And Adil Rashid, who was not having a great match with the ball, he batted beautifully with the bat, and but he was not having a good bowling day. So Ian Morgan showed the faith in him. Even if he was not having a very good day, he showed the faith in him, and he gave the ball to Adil Rashid, who went on to dismiss Alex Carey, which was also the last wicket to be dismissed, and Australia just lost the match with 8 balls remaining. So from nowhere, it was looking that Australia can lose this match, and England can make a comeback from 144 for 2 with both the sad batsmen Finch and Labuschagne on the cricketing field. And I don't know what happened. It was just they were missing the straight deliveries. Chris Wokes got out Glenn Maxwell and Labuschagne on the straight deliveries. He was getting that some inward movement, and all the wickets were like lot of bold happened the last night. Mitchell Mars was bold, Labuschagne was LBW, Glenn Maxwell was bold, Pat Cummins was bold. So lot of hitting wickets for the bowlers. So that was very anti-climax, if I can say, the match. 231 runs in the modern ODI with a lot of rules favoring the batsman. To not get to 231 runs is certainly a thing, plan, like a match to forget for Australia, and they will want to learn from this match of what they have done wrong. But what a match it was. And we have got some YouTube comments how the fans have reacted to it, so we will read those. So some said man of the match was, I think, was given to Jofra Archer. So the Nifraz Mohammed is saying that man of the match should be given to Wokes. He got 3 main wickets of Finch, Labuschagne and Maxwell, and also scored 35 runs. it's a disappointing decision. So yeah, means I don't know who they gave the man of the match to, but it was certainly Vokes. Uh, it should be given to Vokes. Nikhil Tiwari said that is incredible spell by both Archer and Vokes, and hats off to them. And somebody said that who else loves low scoring but thriller matches over boring 300 plus matches. So if you remember in the World Cup also there were some nail biters around those 240 runs mark. India versus New Zealand, the semi final, England versus Sri Lanka, that match was there in the group stage, and that was also a very thrilling one. Sri Lanka went on to score that match, and in that match I think England made around 230 runs only. So if those matches, like low scoring matches, gets to the final line of, if they gets to the final over, they just gets really interesting. And all those high scoring matches are of not can't match the thrill and experience those low scoring matches brings to the game, brings to the fans. So that is very correct from the commenter. So somebody else said that Adam Zampa is taking 2-3 wickets in every match. RCB would be very happy. He's improving his performance day by day. So indeed, Zampa is signed by RCB. They have the another leg spinner, Yuzvendra Chahal. Interestingly, it will be that whether they will play both in the same match. I think they can. It will not. It is not like a written rule somewhere that you can't play two leg spinners in the same match. You can certainly do that if the pitches allows that, and the leg spinners. India also have been playing Kuldeep Yadav and Yuzvendra Chahal both at the same time in the same match. So RCB can also think on the same lines that they can play Zampa and Yuzi Chahal in the same match. Some interesting comment. Babu Tahir, he said Morgan is the man, the captain England needed. He's one of the great England captains of all time, always aggressive. So yeah, that is indeed true. And somebody added to that that Morgan, he is an aggressive captain with his planning, but not that type of aggression with his celebration and cheering. So when you will look at Morgan, he is like very calm and composed all the time. He just don't get into the don't go get carry away with those emotions, and he just keeps the same mental state in the field, whether it's you are on the winning side or in the losing side. And that is a very basic element, part of your character required when you team your captain in the international stage. So yeah, I'm also in particular, like as an individual, is very impressive by Morgan. I have been following him, and the ease with which he hits sixes and his calm nature on the field is like uh, very much to admire for. And somebody said, like, I think it's the India versus New Zealand 2019 semi-final pitch. Yeah, you can say that. So that was some of the reactions from the internet, how the world has reacted to this match, wonderful match. So a lot of interesting cricket, I think, to come in the third ODI. And England and Australia both will now try, since the series is now at level at 1-1, both will try to keep a lead on the series in the next coming match. So that was our coverage for the Australia versus England second ODI. Please let us know in the comments if you have anything to say on the match, any observation you might want to share, and what was your take on this match that has happened. So with this I will say goodbye, and yeah, keep watching cricket, keep subscribing us, like and share the video if you like it, if you like the content, and subscribe the channel. And that's all for now. So stay healthy, stay safe, and keep watching cricket.